Hello everyone and welcome back to Stationeers. Okay then, so I suspect that in this episode we will need to go out and mine. So, Inconel is fine. Stellite we don't really need, that's fine. Astroloy, Vespaloy, I think those are okay. There. But I suspect everything else we will need, so let's just empty out and take a very hard good look at the stuff that we have. So, Invar is okay. You can go there. There, yeah, the piping I will drop down. We don't really need it for this one. Yeah, cabling can go down as well. I will keep the laptop just in case. Right, we have gray piping too. There. So, constant 10 is fine. Iron we will need, copper we will need, silver we have enough, and silicon we have plenty. So, right, we need pretty much every basic resource. Well. Oh, right, and electrum as well. Ooh, let's start... Yeah, let's start with electrum. Okay then, the suit is okay, just need to vent a little bit. It's fine. The black hole is right over there, so it is past midday at this point. Yeah, I think we can go for it. Yeah. Okay, so mining drill, it is 97% charged. Mining backpack, you can go there, and I suppose we can go for it. But before we do so, we need to go and take a sip of water, maybe a bite to eat, and then we can go for it. Also, the rocket is good to go at this point. Yeah, you know what? You go right now. Location, no sorry, map. Go to orbit, set destination, rocket. The batteries are completely charged. We have the... where is it? Analyzer. We should have 20 megapascals. Yeah, 21 megapascals of fuel. This will be plenty good enough. So yeah, I think we can go for it. Launch. 40 seconds. Let me know when you are there. In the meantime, I will eat, drink, take care of the rest. That will do. Drink. Eat the rest of this potato. That will do. We don't have any more potatoes lying around, right? Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so bodily needs are taken care of. The suit is okay. And the rocket should be in orbit at this point. And it is almost there. It's done. Scanner on. And you can continue scanning. So it is right here. Yeah, it's scanning. Good. Alright. I think we can go for it now. Alright, visor down. Mining drill in hand. Let's go for it. Interesting. Why is this one not working anymore? Is this not set up correctly? What? Why is this one not turning on? Apparently this display is now no longer working. Oh well, it's fine. We can still read from the front of the furnace. Okay, that's a start. We have a bit of extra gold, but a lot of extra electrum. And that will keep us going for a while. Okay, let's take shelter in here for a little bit. Eat, drink, and we can drop things off in the new base. Also, how are you doing, by the way? Where is the scanning going right now? Ah, there it is. Okay, yeah, we are still extending the scanning, so it's fine. Let me see, where is the potato? There you are. Let's just eat, drink, and we can go. By the way, water-wise, we are okay for now, but next time we will need more, so let's turn this guy back on. We no longer need to worry about the rocket, so water generator is back online, and yeah, let's go ahead and drop things off in the new base, and then we will go out and mine for maybe go for iron and copper. Right, I forgot. Don't vent out with nitrous oxide. Did we burn out anything? No, I think everything is fine, but please be careful. Okay, I still don't know why this one is not working anymore. Maybe I need to reinstall because of the change of the device or something, I don't know. You know what? Yeah, let's just try to reinstall it completely. So there, and then Entrial there. And if I try to reinstall this one like so, are you going to work now? There, There we go. Now we have something. If I try to set you... There we go, finally. So, edge display, can you please read from the furnace? Okay, hopefully that will fix it. I suspect that the change with the data disk and the screw might have messed with this one. Hopefully it will be fixed now. Let me see. So, we are set for solder and iron for a little bit. Let's go for copper next. Finally. Okay, so the console is back in business. Very good to see. So I think this one should be fine now. Not bad. 1000 grams or 1 kilogram of copper. Very nice. I think the only thing missing now is the steel, and after that we are pretty much back in business. Okay, let me quickly make a pit stop here. So, vent there. Obviously, eat and drink while when we are here. So, this and this. Yeah, might as well harvest the next batch of potatoes. And that will do. So, the suit is not fine. We need a bit of oxygen. No. Ah, come on. Did I mess up this bite now? Yeah. Okay, fine. You turn off. You set to 0. Alright. This way. And you empty out, please. And by the way, the base is now... Yeah, I think we are siphoning off the oxygen at this point. I think it was a lot higher than this before. So I think the base is in a lot better place now. Anyways, yeah, we need to siphon off. First siphon off the waste. And then we can siphon off the rest of this oxygen, and then we can put the oxygen back into it. Fine, it's not the most ideal, but not the end of the world. Okay, I think this will last long enough for this last leg of the mining trip. And then by the time we come back, this one should be full, so we can switch it out. And hopefully not make the mistake again next time around. Okay, you are making good progress, very nice. Let's take one last sip of water. And by the way, the water now is 2 liters, really? Oh well, it's fine. Okay, I think we can go and pick up a lot of steel. Okay, I have picked up a bit of extra iron as well, so I think we are set for resources for a good long while. Not forever, but for the foreseeable future at least. Okay, let me quickly switch out the oxygen a bit more carefully this time. So there we go. 40 megapascals, that will do. This guy is mapping. It is well on its way. Okay, let me quickly take a bite to eat. Did I... Ah, there you are. I knew I didn't finish this one. So there. There, the water amount is 5 liters, so there we go. Yeah, we can go. So, visor down, and let's go for it. Okay, I think we are set for resources for a good long while. By the way, what is the state of the base these days? It is 7.8% oxygen. Yeah, I think we need to wait until about 40%-ish to have a safely breathable atmosphere in the base. Yeah, maybe a little bit less than that, but thereabouts. So, anyways, next up, first things first, let's just unload all the stuff that we have made. That is quite a bit of extra materials, that's nice. So, what do we need to continue building this one? So, power-wise, these are just fine. Idling, exactly. Good. Now, let's sort out this one next. So for this one, I will print out the... whatchamacallit? The IC10 chips real quick. So electrum and solder, I believe. Everything else I believe we already have in here. No, we don't. Oh, right, I consolidated everything. So we also need gold and steel. Right, so we still have 3 more devices. I will print out the chips for them right now, and then we will do the rest afterwards. Okay, so here's the first one. I think I will use this one for the volatile filtration. Right, so you go into the laptop. There, import should be empty. Yes, it is. Good. Edit and pause. I will do this pause because I don't want to overprint. So let me see. First things first. Alias. Obviously, DB for the filtration, the base device. Then I will deal with the... wait, we also need the vent. So alias vent D1. Oh, sorry, D0. And I don't think we need any other device other than the eventual filter alarm light, but that one will come later. For now, start, end. Oh, right, yield, don't forget. So load into R0 from the filtration, and we need the temperature output 2, which means that R0 will be the waste temperature. So alias waste temp R0. This is what we need to read the outside temperature, which will determine whether or not we want to have the vent to be on or off. And speaking of the vent, set the vent's pressure internal to be 5 megapascals. We don't need any more than this, and we want to prevent any kind of condensation in there, so 5000 it is. That will do, and we can just let it go. So we don't need to control the pressure on the input or anything like that. This will do just fine. So right, we need to have the waste temp there. So set Yeah, let's keep this one as cold as possible. Maybe not 130, maybe 120. Sorry, 140. Yeah, 140 should do it. So set the set greater than, no, less than. Set less than if the waste temperature is less than 140 degrees Celsius. We will need a on-off. Sure, alias on-off. This will be R0 and this will be R1. And this will determine whether or not we have the vent on or off. So set vent on to on-off displays. There we go. Do we want to have a pressure limit as well? So if the input is completely full, don't vent in anything else. Yeah, sure, why not? So we need to load there, which means we need to have a input pressure. So input pressure R2. So load into the input pressure from the filtration the pressure input. That's fine. Set less than, which means on-off will be after an end statement. So if the input pressure is less than 49.99, yeah, 1 kilopascal below 5000, it will still try to reach 5000, but it will never be allowed to. That's fine. And now end on off, and if the waste and the input pressure variables are, input pressure there and there. So if both of these are true, then we can turn on the vent. So if we have less than 49.99 and the outside temperature is acceptable. Yeah, I think that will do. Confirm for now, I don't want to accidentally lose it. There, and then edit. That will determine the vent. That's it. What about the filtration? So pause. We have another whatchamacallit chip. We only need one more. There we go. Okay, so right here. I think the pressure output is all we need. Basically, we just don't want to over-pressurize the volatile filter. The volatile storage. That's all. So yeah, I suppose alias volatile output. That's all we need. So this will be R3. Copy over here, or volatile pressure more likely. There we go. That's a bit more readable, I think. So set less than if it is less than. So if the volatile pressure, I suppose we can recycle the on-off at this point. So on, off, this one. Let's set it to 40 megapascals. Sure. It should not creak at these kinds of pressures, and we shouldn't have any kind of condensation because it will be pure volatiles. So it should be fine. And then set the filtrations mode to the on-off variable, and that's it. Okay, and let me see. Jump to the start, and I believe this will do it. Yeah, so we are managing the pressure on the input, pressure and temperature, and we are managing the pressure on the output. Everything else will be dumped outside. Yeah. Confirm, export, and I suppose at this point this can go into the volatile filtering. So you go ahead and go in there, and if I turn this on, it should be idle. Line 7. What did I mess up? Line 7, set vent Oh, right, I didn't set the device yet. That will explain it. So there, device 0 will be the active vent. Right, I suppose we should name it, but it's fine, we only have one active vent on this network. So there, it should be set to idle. It is active. Why? Don't want to put hot volatiles in here. Also, didn't do anything. Let me see. Active. Oh, right. The outside temperature are now too... I suppose we should check whether or not we have anything in here. Right, turn off. So you import, edit, pause, and you will check the pressure on the input as well, which will be right here. So set, if it is greater than 0, it's fine. So input pressure will be, alright, it is already overwritten, so we need to load it again. So there, if input pressure is greater than 0, then overwrite. Volatile pressure will go here, and we need to have an end statement, so end, on, off, and if the volatile pressure and the input pressure are both just fine, then we can turn the mode on and off on the filtration. So there, export, and you can go back. And now it should be off. Or idling. Perfect. Okay, as soon as we have any kind of pressure on the input, it should turn on. And it should only have pressure on the input if the outside temperatures are cold enough. So that's lovely. How do we want to deal with the mixing? I think I will deal with that in the Combustor. And by the way, we should paint these as well. But that one can wait. Okay, let's deal with the H2 next. Oh, by the way, before we do so, let's take a look at the plants. So, obviously, these guys are fine. Water-wise, we have 27 milliliters, which means we should have a lot of water in here. Okay, 12.5, not bad, but could be better. What about you guys? We have seeds. Okay, obviously I will replant the seeds at least. This one is still growing towards seeding. You are okay, and you are okay. Okay, technically speaking, we can start making some French fries again. But I will wait. It is not really urgent. It's just a little bit of a comforting. So, go down to level 9. So, let's take care of the water filtration next. So, laptop out. Chip goes in. Should be empty. Yes, it is. Edit and pause. So once again, we need the base filtration. So alias filtration db, and we will not need any other device on this one, I think. So it's fine. Start, yield, and load into R0 from the filtration the pressure input. Yes, and I suppose we might as well name it now. Alias input pressure R0. And we will need the pressure on the no wait. Yes, we will need the pressure on the output. We don't want to overpressurize it, obviously. Yeah, let's just maintain maybe 2 megapascals or something like that. That should be fine. Okay, we don't want to overpressurize it because the more hot gases we put in there, then the harder the ACs will have to work to keep them cool. So don't want to go too high on the pressures. So alias output pressure R1, R1. So load into output pressure all this, but not input, but output. And then, yeah, check both of them. So basically, if the input pressure is above 0, so set greater than 0, input pressure, that's fine. But don't go above the 2 megapascals on the output pressure. So set less than output pressure, and set it to 2 megapascals. I think that will be decent enough volume of steam for us to cool down. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Okay, and on off. Obviously, both of these need to be true. So this one and this one. Alias on off or 2, and use this one to set the mode on the device. So set filtration mode on off. That should do it. Jump to the start. I don't think we need to check anything else. So if you have anything to filter and the output is still, you know, not over pressurized, then just run it. It's fine. So confirm, export, you can go in here and you can turn on. And it is idling. Very good. Very nice. And at this point now we just need this one. I think I will import the code from the fuel mixing first and try to rework it if I can. So this one goes in, import, it is empty, good. Load the fuel mixer code. Overwrite. So obviously we don't need this one or the gas sensor. We do need the filtration, which will be dB, by the way. Sorry, Combustor. There. Right, and we don't have an analyzer. We will read it from the inputs. We don't have a vent. And we don't need to set any kind of internal pressures or anything like that. Right. So we need to have two devices, oxygen and the volatiles input. Okay, so alias, we need, I suppose we can do it with name hashes, but oh wait, no wait, we don't have a alarm light for this one, so yeah, we can have dedicated devices. So we can have the vol input, that's going to be the 0, and alias oxy input, and that's going to be D1. Yes, and let's see. So we don't need to control this, that's fine. We don't need... Yeah, that's fine. I still want to keep this one because I think I might want to make this one a bit more fine, but I will keep this part for now. This one will be on the vol input, by the way. Okay, and I think, yeah, might as well give it a proper name. So we will load the the input, let me see, can I read the Combustor? Yes, I can. Okay, so we can read the ratio. Let me see, where is it? Volatiles input. Okay, good. So ratio volatiles input. Sum, it's fine, and we are reading it from the Combustor. There we go. And yeah, let's just give this variable a proper name. So alias, and we are going to go for vol ratio. Yeah, R0. Let's make this code a bit more readable than the other one. Okay, I will try to adjust these numbers, you know, based on the way this works. Yeah, I will try to adjust it. I don't think we need to have these on these values. I think we can adjust them later on. It's fine. Anyways, and here we need to load from the Combustor the pressure input. I mean, wait, first make sure we have enough oxygen as well. So we need to have a oxy ratio. Oxy volume. This one will be different. Can I have a moles or something? I suppose we can have a total moles input, right? Let me see, we should have a total moles input. There we go. Right, so what we can do is load the total moles input and divide it by 33%. So, right, I suppose, yeah, just multiply this one with, also, this is now the oxygen ratio. Yeah, just multiply it by 0.33. This much. So this will give us the current number of moles of oxygen in there. I have absolutely no idea how much we should have. Let's set it to 200 for now. Sure. So set less than, if the oxygen ratio is less than 200. In fact, technically speaking, this is oxygen moles. Right, if we have less than 200 moles of oxygen in there, then we will turn on the oxygen pump. So set oxy input on to the oxymoles variable. I suppose also, by the way, this is R1, almost messed it up. Yeah, let's just have an on off right now. So alias on off R2. So this one goes here and here. Okay, so let's double check. We load the total amount of moles on the input of the combustor, so the fuel mixture. Then we will multiply it by 0.33, so we take 33% of it. That will give us the amount of oxygen moles in the pipe network, and if we have less than 200, that will turn on the oxygen input. That should do it. And then the volatiles will be dealt with here. It will basically put 400 moles of volatiles in there, theoretically, at least. So, right, so we don't really need to have this one. Yeah, the pressure and the basically the amount of mixed fuel will be handled by this part. So I think the input part is okay. Now we need to make sure that we have anything on the input, obviously. Although only take stuff in if the fuel mixture is correct. Yeah. So load into our, I don't know, R3. From the combustor, the oxygen will always come in first. So we only want to only want to combust if we have the fuel mixture at, let's say 67%. We want to have a little bit more volatile than oxygen. So yeah, we want to have the ratio volatiles input set if it is greater than, so if R3 is greater than 0.60, let's make it 70, just to be on the extra safe side. Right, which also means that, alright, I didn't actually have a way to turn on the volatiles pump, but first let's take care of this one. So if we have 70% volatile mixture, so we have more volatiles than oxygen, then we can start combusting. Right. Okay, I think that's it. So set combustor mode to R on off, which goes here as well. Right, so yeah, let's take care of the volatiles pump. I think that was the code that I deleted, but it's fine. So load this once again. We have volatiles ratios. Okay, so we can recycle this here. That's fine. And if it is set, if it is less than, yeah, we can have the on off here. If the volatile volatile ratio is less than 0.71. In fact, let's just set this one to 69, nice, and this one will be 70. Yeah, I will adjust these numbers later, it's fine. So if this one is okay, then set the vol input, vol input on to the on off. Theoretically, this should do it. Also, we want to make sure that we don't overpressurize the output. So load, we need to have another variable or register. So alias, let's just have this one move down. Yeah, water output, sure. Or combustor output. It is not just water just yet. So right, where are we doing this again? Here. So right, I believe volatiles input, no. Here, we want to put into the combustor output the pressure output. Let's keep it, I don't know, 10 megapascals. Yeah, sure. So set less than, let me see, right, this one goes back to our, no wait, this one was the vol ratio. Yeah, and here we need to have the combustor output. So if that one is, yeah, 10 megapascals and on off, so if the vol ratio on the input and the pressure on the output are both Okay, then we will turn on the combustor. Okay, now we are very much over time. I don't think we will have a very long episode because of the mining, but I want to stop here. The recording is at 1 hour and 30 minutes at this point, so I don't want to risk going over the limit, so I will stop here. And I will try to test this in between episodes, so for now this one should be idling. Oh right, I didn't set the pumps. Let me quickly take care of that. So this is the volatiles pump, and this is the oxygen pump. Fine. So now we need to set these devices. So this is the Didn't I set the devices? I thought I did. Edit. Yeah, vol input, oxy input. Export, didn't I overwrite the code or something? We should be able to read the device, the alias on this one, but whatever. I know that we need to have the volatile pump here and the oxygen pump here. So this one should be idling. And now you are complaining about line 11. Load oxymoles on the combustor, total moles inputs. Oh, right. We don't need the sum. That's fine. That's all. Confirm. Export once again. Almost. Line 11 again? Why? Load into oxymoles from the combustor, which is dB. Oh, right, define. Alias. Okay, hopefully this is going to be the last error. Export. No, now it is line 45. Which is right here, vol input combustor, ratio volatiles input, vol input. Why is this one complaining about line 45? Incorrect variable. Vol input. Oh, vol ratio. Yeah, but why was it complaining about that? Whatever. So, please tell me you will work now. So export. Also turn off. So you should be idling right now because we don't have any input. Also, did you actually... fine, whatever. It's fine. Can we read the... Okay, now we can read the device hashes, also device names. That's fine, but why are you on? Oh, right. You actually mixed because, technically speaking, it didn't have enough volatile ratio, so now it's okay. And by the way, you are set to 0.1, that's okay. But you see, should still be inactive. Although, no wait, it is active because we don't have enough pressure on the output, and technically speaking it is 100% volatile ratio, so it is above 0.7, so yeah, it is okay that it's active. But at least theoretically it is working now. Okay, we can turn off. So, as I said, in between episodes, I will try to test it in creative mode, and if it works, we will try to hook up some oxygen to it. And let's see if it works. Okay then, so, as I said, we have to say goodbye now because I don't want to risk running too long. For now, all that is left to say is that thank you for watching. If you liked the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel if you want. If you would like to support me a little bit more, you can do so by clicking the join button and becoming a channel member, which will give you an early and ad-free access to these videos. Once again, thank you for watching and thank you very much for your support. I will see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.